is to say that they really enjoyed my show. When I perform, I want people to be, first and foremost, entertained and having a good time. I want the girls to want to do it too. I want them to be inspired to go and buy some frilly lingerie and do a striptease at home. Everything I do on stage is part of what I love. I like to do things that are fun and cute and not overly sexual. I just want people to have fun watching my show.
Will you please welcome Dita Von Teese?
Sex bomb, you're a sex bomb. You can give it to me when I need to come along. Sex bomb, you're a sex bomb. And baby, you could turn me on.
Dita, you do, of course, look absolutely ravishing. Thank you so much for making the effort, I guess.
Thanks.
If I may say so, your tits look great this evening.
Thanks.
Is that the polite phrase? I'm not sure, but...
I love the word tits.
You are, I guess this is fair enough to say, you're the world's #1 exotic dancer, burlesque-style dancer. Would that be correct?
I guess so.
Yeah. And this is something I'm thrilled to see it returning, because I'm actually a fan of that period in American popular culture.
I heard.
And also, you know, ladies who used to do that back then, and it's I think, a shame that people don't so much anymore. What attracted you to it in the first place? And initially, were there places you could perform, or did you have to kind of carve out your own niche?
Well, I like to watch old movies when I was a little girl. You know, I saw Gypsy with Natalie Wood when I was a little girl.
Do you cry when you watch that film?
Do I cry?
Mm-hmm.
No, but I always fast forward to the end when she's famous and when she's doing a striptease. I'm really bored with that singing to a lamb thing she does.
Oh, I like that. This made me a bit upset.
No, I like the strip scenes.
Yeah, I love the strip scenes too. Hey, don't go accusing me of not liking the strip scenes. So when you perform, and I've never seen you perform live, I saw a bit of footage there, presumably it is more about the tease than what you show. Would that be right?
It's about the build-up, really, because a lot of people think that when they were doing burlesque in the 1930s and 40s that they never showed anything and they were all perfect ladies, but that's not really true. They used to always, you know, strip down until they were nearly nude, and it's so surprising that people are shocked by how nude I go in my shows, really, like you saw in the clip.
Yeah.
So.
But certainly there's an art to keeping yourself covered just enough.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's about taking time to get where you're going to go and leaving people wondering where you're going to stop.
Yeah. First time I became... Well, I'd kind of seen photographs of you, and I knew you were doing what you're doing in LA. And then I saw you in Playboy, and that was kind of a big breakthrough for you, wasn't it? Mm-hmm. How did that come about, and how is that regarded in America? Did that kind of legitimize you in some way?
It did, especially with my father,
Really?
Strangely enough. My parents were always wondering what I was doing. I was taking these vintage-style bondage photos, and you know, it's kind of hard to explain what that is, but everyone's familiar with Playboy, and it's such an iconic cover, and so to be on that cover was a big deal.
It's a big thing in America. It's a kind of very much a sought-after thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not even seen as porn, is it,
Well,
the magazine?
so many people have been on the cover of Playboy.
Yeah.
It's, you know, a lot of famous people, from Betty Page and Marilyn Monroe to, you know, all kinds of movie stars now, Drew Barrymore. There's a huge list of famous actresses that have been on the cover of Playboy.
I'm sure you've met Hugh Hefner as a result of that. I've met him once or twice. I've been to his house a couple of times.
He just had his 80th birthday.
He didn't invite me.
Yeah. Oh.
He's as old as the Queen. Wouldn't that be great if the Queen and Hugh Hefner got together?
I was thinking that.
Wouldn't that be great?
I was thinking the same thing.
And it would unite the two nations.
Their parties were a little different.
But Hugh, have you been to a party at his place? Have you been to the Playboy Mansion? What is it like? Is it, I mean, it can't be that wild, I guess, really.
It has its moments of wildness.
Well, he's 80 now, as we said. What do you make of him as a person? Is he a nice man? Is he a charming fellow?
He's a very charming man. When people say, "Oh, he's so old," I don't know, you know, what those young girls see in him. I can definitely see what they see in him. I mean, he's such a great guy.
You think he's got sex appeal still?
I do.
Oh, yeah.
He's very handsome. He loves to go out and party and go dancing, and
that's the key, isn't it? Because as you get older, you want to stay in more, but the young people want to go out. So if you are a dirty old man, Tom, you've got 15 years, as long as you still want to go out in the evening. And no way. Girl don't want to stay home all night looking at the History Channel, Hitler again. Yeah, right. Don't want that. Take them out bowling or whatever they do. I like it when you cross your legs like that. That's a good move.
Oh, you got the side with the slit up.
Oh, you've got stockings on. Are they stockings tights, or are you drawing that on?
Mm-hmm. No, they're stockings.
Okay.
They're
They're very thin stockings.
They've got black seams.
Why would you wear a see-through stocking?
Because I like to wear stockings. It feels nice. Feel it.
I wasn't...
Oh wait, you're married. Okay.
Hold it. And can I have a little feel?
Yeah.
That's a nice feeling. It's a good feeling. Have a feel of this, because
Okay. Hey, that's really nice, actually. You got some
Do you
nice looking
now?
calves
Yeah,
there.
I've got good.
Yeah,
The other leg's
you
like a
work
noodle,
out.
though. I don't ever use that one
Oh.
hardly at all. I'm very right leg dominant. Dita has a fabulous book out, a really beautiful book. I mean, it's called Burlesque and the Art of Tease. It's called Fetish and the Art of Tease, but it's two-sided. There's burlesque on one side. It's two books for the price of one.
That's right.
Beautiful photographs in here, and presumably you spend a lot of your time getting made up and getting set up for photographs. I mean, that's
Making
kind of
myself up.
Yeah, you make yourself up.
Mostly.
And it's kind of 40s style makeup. Is that right? Now you look great in these photographs.
I
I'm
noticed
just going
you
to.
instantly went for the fetish side. I heard that about you.
I'm an Englishman. We have certain tastes.
I know.
Do the English have? That's the kind of.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's a myth, but really, we're more into that kind of stuff.
I think so. I
Like-
think it's
like what do you
one of
think
the
we're
most
into more?
perverted countries in the world, I would say. No, really, though. It's like Germany and England. I mean, you guys love your rubberware and your bondage. And pretending you don't. Pretending he doesn't know what I'm talking about.
When you say I love my rubberware, I mean, but listen, fair enough, but not with the Germans. Don't.
Well, they like the gas mask and really
Yes,
some
because
really
they're
crazy
nuts,
stuff.
but we are
so
quite.
be a little bit more uptight about what you like. Well,
Okay. Now you are married, of course, to a very elegant and distinctive gentleman, Marilyn Manson, who I'm a big fan of. I'm curious what your home life might be like. I'm sure many people are, because you're sort of, in a way, kind of not of this time.
okay.
You know, in a lovely way, in a charming way, and he just appears to be a bit nuts. Let's have a look. He looks fantastic. I think he always looks incredible. He's one of the sanest, the most stable people I think I've met who does what he does for a living. But, you know, he looks kind of crazy. And I'm imagining there's a bit of a squabble to get to the mirror first thing in the morning. Would I be right?
We have separate bathrooms and separate mirrors.
That's a good idea. That's one of the keys to a successful marriage, I believe.
Yes.
Do you both take your makeup off before going to sleep?
Always.
Because
I'm better
otherwise
at it
your
than he
pillows
is.
it would look like some sort of dirty protest had gone on, wouldn't it?
Sometimes he gets, you know, so drunk that I have to take his makeup off for him. So
Now let's talk about some of the things you wear as well over on the top, just the beautiful outfit you have on this evening, because there are some photographs in the book, and I've seen photographs of you wearing very, very kind of restrictive looking corsets. There's a photograph we have there, and I don't know, now, has that been messed around with that photograph, or is that
No.
actually... So how small was your waist in that photograph? How small can you get your waist?
well, I can go down to about 16 and a half inches.
Wow.
I don't know if that's 16 and
But
a half
that's
there.
tiny, and presumably it's quite painful, isn't it?
Well, it's like wearing very high heels. It's not really comfortable, but it's not, you know, grueling. I mean, when they're made well and they're made to fit my body shape, and I've been wearing corsets for so long. I'm used to the feeling.
And if you wear them for a long period, and I don't know if you have to, does your body begin to adopt that shape? Do you accommodate them more easily?
It is a bit of a body modification, for sure.
Do they make them for men of a certain age who perhaps don't want to get a small waist, but if you look at me and Tom and Graham there,
I think
let's
it's
face
called
it,
a
we could
girdle.
all do with firming up a little bit.
I think it's called a girdle.
A girdle. It's not quite as romantic as that though, is it? Darling, where's my girdle? Are you performing while you're over here at all?
Yes, but I'm doing this big book signing at Harrods tomorrow. And I'm
Harrods?
pulling up in a horse and carriage with the bagpipers and all the, they're pulling out all the stops. So I'm going to be signing my book tomorrow.
I don't know, where do you come from in America initially?
Michigan.
So growing up in Michigan, America, and now you're signing a copy of your book in Harrods. That's quite some journey, isn't it?
I think so.
Okay, well, I look forward to seeing where it takes
Thank
you in the
you.
future, because I think you look gorgeous. I love your style. I love what you're doing, and long may you continue to do so. Ladies and gentlemen, Dita Von Teese. Thank you, Dita.
Thank you.
That was lovely. Thank you.
Thank you.
Please say hello to Brian for me. Dita Von Teese. Okay, now I'm going to warn you there's something coming up that maybe might surprise you a little bit, okay?